my name is Brie. I make crochet, knit and all sorts of crafting content as well as other stuff about being a first-time mum, and today we are looking at my vintage craft book collection. Now I know this is a bit of a random video, but I was thinking about should I make it or not, and I thought yes, I would love to watch that video. So these are all the books that I have collected at the op shops pretty much over the last 2 years since starting this channel, and a little bit before that, of patterns that are just so cute and, you know, from the 80s, 90s, early 2000s, and they are maybe not something I'd make, but I honestly just love looking at them for inspiration. So I thought I would just go through them nice and slowly with you. I'm probably not going to do too much, if not any, editing on this video, so it's going to be a bit of a slow and enjoyable just show and tell. That's probably the best way to put it. And yeah, if you like this sort of video, please give it a like, let me know so that I can keep making this sort of content. So let's get into the little haul. Not really a haul because I haven't just bought it all at once, but my collection. So the first one is just a knitting book magazine, which is really cute. I think I got this one in Brisbane, in one of the op shops there, and I'll pretty much just open up, oh, crusty, to where I can find when it was printed. So this was printed in 1984, and if you want to have a nice close-up of the contents, it's beautiful. So they've got really lovely, obviously 80s stuff. Now the ones that I'm going to have a look at with you is, there's one called The Casual Lady on page 20 and the baby one on 120. So, oh wow, I guess that's the outline of what they all are, but I want to go to page 20. There's so many, and these are all knits by the looks. Family knitting book, makes sense that they're all knits. Okay, that one is amazing. It's like got a basket weave type of situation going on, contrast colors and textures. And this photo with the bowler hat, that's gorgeous. That's unique, I'll say. Obviously a lot of this stuff was in style back then. Look at that one. Wow. So yeah, I love this sort of book just to kind of see where knitting's come from and been. Like, a lot of it's circular. Nothing's really new in knit. A lot of the crazy stuff we see now has, you know, existed before, especially in the 80s. And I really thought it would be on that page, but I guess I'm not quite sure how this is laid out. What page was it? 120 for the kids knit. Yeah, a lot of basic vests, cardigans, things like that. Where's page 120? Oh, we're nearly there. Oh my gosh, okay, not the one I was looking for, but look at that. Wow. That's incredible. That's just an ad for some knit, some wool. All right, this is the one I love, and I might have to make it. Look at this child's jumper. Holy moly, that is very, very cute. Bright jumper and short pants are in sizes 0 to 2. Allow room for a nappy. Oh my gosh, it comes with shorts. That is beautiful. Okay, so pretty much also this video is me finding patterns I'm gonna make. I will endeavor to make those shorts and top, because that is the sweetest little set. Wow. And all of the, really have all the patterns written here. Oh, there's some crochet. There we go. Some crochet baby overalls. Very sweet. Oh, that's so good. See, these old books, if you do have a look at your local op shop and find some, like, the patterns in them are still adorable. Like, they're still great. Jumper and short pants. Warm and sturdy playwear if you're in a colder climate. All right, that is this one. Consider that. I'm going to leave it open on that page because I am going to put something in there so that I make it at a later date. This one, again, I think I bought it at the same time, was from that op shop, I think in Virginia, in Brisbane. If you are living in Brisbane, Virginia's got some great op shops. And this one is The Creators, exclusive hand knits from international designers. Very nice. And in the contents, it looks like it's broken it down into countries, which is very cool. And let me try and find the print date. It's jumped straight into patterns. Wow, no date? Maybe in the back. Oh yeah. 1986. Great, and it's printed by the Australian Wool Corporation, Greenhouse Publications. Cool. So, if we open up this one, I think I would have to go through like every page because there's no contents page necessarily. So I'll just show you a few highlights. Like look at that set. Cardigan and top. So sweet. And then there was one in here. I think it's the one on the front is just epic. Like that's such a cool cable knit sweater with the contrast stitching. Like how do you do that? A lot of things I know I'd figure out if I like took the time, but they look so complex. Shoulder pads. Should we bring that back? Not for me. Oh, we've got the Italian knits. So we've got a guy's sweater. Very cool, very nice. And this one, a ginormous cowl neck. Lovely. All right, I'm gonna have a speed flick through this to see if I can find just one to highlight the styles to you. And they're all just really cool. And the photography is great. This lady with her dog. Lovely. So that is that one. Oh, guess what I found on the back? It kind of shows you all of the different stitching. I need to go to that last one, I think. USA. So that's all of the ones on the back. And then that last one made my eyes very happy. This one. Wow. It's the check sleeves that I saw. Yeah, a little bit less exciting in real life, but great. All right, that is that one. So those are like the magazine type ones that I've got. The rest are books. So this is my stack. I've got 5. And I will start with probably this one because I picked this up. It did have like an old kind of gross cover on it, so I took it off because I loved the gold writing with the pink book, which is just, you know, a bit fun. And this one isn't just knit or crochet, it is a collection of all Women's Weekly crafts that they featured in the magazine, so it's got quite a lot of different things. But I'll jump to the knitting and crochet. So we've got, what page is that? Page 77. And this one I love also. It's got a lady's name at the front. Louisa Christus. So it was her book, and it's also filled with like little cutouts of patterns that she's done the details to, which I can't throw these out because that's some lady's hard work, and I am kind of glad that I can enjoy it. I have no idea what it's a pattern for though. Page 77, let's go there. And this one has got so many things in it. Lots of fine lace crochet. So page 77, oh, got an Elvis jumper. Very cool. Did I tell you the year it was made? Going off the Elvis, 1989. So yeah, these are so far all from the 80s. That one is very cool. There's a Fair Isle cardigan, which is pretty nice. This one, I remember when I first went through it, I thought, wow, that's a lot of really good basics, because there's like a seaman's polo sweater with crew or polo neck. It's, I guess, a fisherman's cardigan, not cardigan, sweater. And then, yeah, just some great basics. There's a few Aussie inspired things, like a kangaroo and koala Fair Isle sweater, which quirky, cool. If I had the time and knit skills, I would just go for it with these. 3 outfits to make for a baby doll. Toys, just for fun. So there's knitted toys, bears, a knitted nativity scene. oh no, crochet. So if you'd like to crochet an entire Christmas scene, gorgeous. And yeah, the back has all of the patterns, all of the like grids for different crochet and knit designs. And I think women just had more time back then because obviously weren't working as much. And a lot of stay-at-home mums actually had time to craft, which is amazing. You know, it's a perk of how things used to be. And then there's some sewing patterns, and then this one had it was a crochet pattern that I loved. I think it was just a plain like raglan cardigan. Oh yeah, a matinee jacket to crochet. So there's just a like simple jacket, which is pretty nice if you added like different colors and stuff. Maybe some stripe, and then the classic dresses that you would see in an op shop, made of knit. And then a little leggings and jumper. So that's that one. It's great as a collection. There is a lot of ones I would not make, but I feel like you go through these and you'll find like 20% gold. So that's why we keep it. That is gorgeous and it looks really pretty on my shelf. They are my favorite. They're like niche, but some of my favorite things I have. This one, my friend Jess got for me. It is so beautiful. She wrote a note at the front. She got it for my baby shower, I believe. And it's filled with the cutest stuff. So it's both knitting and crochet. And it was printed in, the first printing was in 1976. So this one's from the 70s, but it was reprinted in 1984. And to start, we've got a Tunisian crochet pram blanket with like a rose pattern. That is gorgeous. And then this one is just filled with like, look at that little boy's jumper. Oh my gosh. So my little boy needs me to pick up my knit game because he's really missing out if I aren't making the most of these vintage patterns. Very cool baby bonnet if we ever head to the snow. I love that. That baby's chunky as. And then short sleeved and jersey pants. What is that? Knit or crochet? Needles, so it's knit. Look at that little blue set. That is so cute. Wow, I love that so much. Which way did I come from? I've already been this way, I think. Yep. Yeah, so this one's just great with kids stuff. And I love all of the like 70s knits. They just, by nature of being from the 70s, are more fun. And look at this little sweetie. So cute. And his little bear thing's got a matching hood. The sweetest. So that is knitting and crochet baby clothes, over 50 exciting designs for babies and toddlers. Very fun, and then that's the back if you want to see. Hopefully with the light you can actually see the books properly. Alright, I will save my favorite for last. No peeking. This one is Small Quilting Project, so it's not a knit book, it's a quilt book. And I got this from an op shop near where we live now. I think it was like $1 or $2. They had a bunch of old books out the front that were kind of a little bit moldy that I decided that I would like. So hopefully it's not molding up my house. But again, this one is from the 80s, 1988, by Linda Seward. And does it even have pictures? It's got black and white pictures. How fun. Is there a coloured picture section? There we go. So it's got accessories, scissors holder, different like pin cushions, bags, and then these are just some fun, smaller like kitchen pot holder designs. And I haven't quilted that much before. My mum does. But I have just been obsessed with crochet the last few years, but I feel like the more sewing I do And the more I make, the more I want something to actually take a while, because it's really fun to have something be a quick project, but it just means you're always needing to start something. So when something's kind of a long, enjoyable project, I really do like that. Although it's a bit tough when, like, I want to make a video about stuff and share what I'm making, but if something takes 6 months, you know, that's not as possible. So these are just some pillow designs. And again, with quilting, you kind of just imagine them in your favorite colors, like you change out the colors anyway. Oh, a picnic set. So we've got a cutlery holder, a wine bottle holder, and a picnic blanket and pillow set. Very cute, very lovely. And then, oh, a treasure box at the end. So yeah, this one's a simple one for quilting inspiration if I ever start quilting. I do have a few projects that I would love to make, but I've made them out of like repurposed quilts, so that's been good for now, but eventually I would like to, you know, use up my little pieces of fabric into something to recycle them. Now this book is Imaginative Patchwork by Paige Martin and Susan Young. This came from the same shop that first one did. Again, a patchwork book. And with both of these, I also just thought they were lovely looking books on my shelf. But they're always fun to look through. So this one, 1988. Wow, we're really going through the 80s. And I'll just flick through the gallery of quilts here. Like, they're very creative, very cool. I think if someone made pretty much any of these now, they would still be like incredible. Probably just would change up the colors a little bit. They're very bright, very fun. The pages are quite shiny though, so hopefully it's not too reflective. Bit trippy, those ones. And then black and white and a rainbow quilt. That's really cool with the different patterns and then solid. Very nice. Wow. This one's a wall hanging called Water Lily. And then, what's that? It's called Alchemy. Pretty cool. Oh my gosh. Yeah, so these are just very intricate quilts. Oh, that one is bloody brilliant. Oh my goodness, and a hexie quilt. That's amazing. And then looks like a traditional quilt there, but they're just gorgeous. Again, also really good if you want like some, not exciting, but like different color combos that you may not have used before. I have a Pinterest board at the moment that is just different color combos that I like to use in my knitting and crochet work. So again, a different kind of way to take inspiration from these books. Now this one I got on our trip to New Zealand. We went to a vintage bookstore and I saw this and I thought that is perfect because it's a traditional island knitting book by Pam Dawson. And then the print date is, you guessed it, 1988. They really had a good year for knitting and crochet books. So it's got a lot of very warm, I imagine, knits in this one, but very lovely, like Fair Isle. Try and not ruin the book as I show you. Fair Isle knitting and some other work. So I'll just flick to a couple, see if I can see some great ones. It's all Fair Isle so far. All right, look at that. Beautiful. The next page also. Whoa. Incredible. And they're just so like fine and intricate work. So should I make that a personal challenge this year to at least do a little bit of Fair Isle work? Because all of these women back in the 80s could do it. So surely I can figure out how it's done. Surely. Traditional Fair Isle patterns. It's just got all the grids for you. That's so good. So traditional Fair Isle grid. And then it's got like a catalogue of them, I guess, that you would just repeat the motifs as you go. Then what else? For our grand finale of ones to enjoy. Got some lovely cable knit cardies. Shetland lace knitting. That seems very hard. Aran knitting. Got some great simple ones here, and then that one's a lovely cable. Cable knit, this must be all cable knit sections. This one's cool. Fisherman rib sweater. That's epic. And the photos, like photo shoots they do in all of these books are just like so 80s and fun and just great to enjoy. So one final flick through, if I see anything that I didn't notice before. Yeah, just a lot of Fair Isle. Oh, I like that one. Shetland lace jersey knit, saving you. All right, the final one. Enjoy this beautiful little button up at the top. How gorgeous. I love these. Shetland lace jersey, and it's got the full pattern breakdown. So I feel like if you are after a challenge in your knitting or crochet, don't buy another pattern online, head to your op shop, and pretty much all of these would have been like max $5. Maybe this one would have been 10 because I got it in New Zealand at like a bougie little vintage bookstore, but they're cheap and they have so much in them, so much to learn. So I will be going through them. Probably want to make those little shorts and jumper, and then the top and shorts for Artie because they are the cutest little boy patterns ever. Yeah, and then just work on them and probably have another look through this one when I grow the balls to tackle a Fair Isle pattern. But for now, it's just going to sit on my shelf all cute. But those are my books. I hope this wasn't too boring for you, but I really enjoy having a look at like where things came from. Just getting some inspiration. Maybe that's not just Pinterest feeding me the same sort of stuff that I look at all the time. So yeah, go to your op shop, see if you can find some, and I would love to know if there's any other places you know that have vintage patterns. Can you pop it in the comments below? Because I remember seeing somewhere ages ago, whether it's like a museum or something like that, and they have a like archive, I think, of old patterns, and I couldn't remember what it was, but I would love to be able to recommend or just remember what that was. So if you know what I'm talking about, please let me know. Otherwise, have the best day. I will see you next week. Bye.